Hey, it's me, Colton Dunn, and I'm a screen timer because planes take a long time.
Screen timers, I just don't care. Screen timers, it just ain't fair. Screen timers, they scream and shout. Screen timers, there's no time out. Let's watch a show.
Hello, and welcome to Season 3 of Screentimers, the official podcast of Mummies on Gummies and Daddies on Fatties.
Fatties?
Yeah, fat-ass blunts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're back for a brand new season despite our haters. We took the summer off to take our kids to camp they didn't like and just generally suffer.
On today's episode, we're talking Jim Zim and his model trains with our amazing guest, Colton Dunn from Superstore, Peele, and Big City Greens.
So what do model trains, cruise ships, nuclear power plants, and sunrooms all have in common?
Find out on this week's episode of Screentimers.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I want to slouch.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
It's not easier to slouch, hang back, but that doesn't look good on camera.
I know. I weirdly play with my hair up.
Sit up straight.
Yes, this is a professional podcast. Get your professional podcast pose on.
It's a podcast, not a posture cast.
Boom.
Okay, wow.
Boom.
Keep your intense opinions to yourself. Okay, well, we're here today with Colton Dunn. We're so excited. This is going to be a big ep for us.
It's going to be a big ep for me.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I mean, your wife was one of our first.
She's so excited when I told her that I was doing this, and she's like, "What show are you going to talk about?" And she had, of course, I'd already told you guys what show I wanted to talk about, and none of them were the shows that she listed.
Is this the first thing she's excited about you doing in your career?
I think so. It's probably gonna be the first thing she ever hears me doing too. So hey, Jessica, love you.
Hi, Jessica. Yeah, I know I haven't seen you in a while since that fabulous birthday party.
Oh, with the fire truck.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
Sally went into school the next day. They ran in it was like a vintage fire truck, drove the kids around.
Oh, that's cool. Like in a parade or something?
Just like...
Well, it just drives around the neighborhood. It's this guy, he's got I think he has 3 engines, and they do birthday parties. They kind of have refurbished the fire truck to put a platform up on top, so about 20 people can sit on top of the fire truck, and then it just drives around kind of the neighborhood that we were in.
It was amazing.
Did you go ride it?
Yes, but I wrote it alone without my child.
Really?
Well, I'm Sally and Joe are in
Get
line.
off! My turn.
Sally and Joe are in line, and I'm a couple people behind them, and then they're like, no more people. And my family was like, bye.
Wow.
Yeah, they
could have waited behind.
And I love, though, that then when it came back, you're like, well, I'm getting my ride.
This is part of the complimentary thing of the birthday party. I get my pizza, I get my ride. But no, I actually was there. I rode with Lauren, and then she had her 2 kids, so I was helping her with her kids. So
friends.
Yeah, that's the thing. But and then we saw Scott, what's his name?
Scott Rogers hanging out. Yeah, man. My next door neighbor.
We're riding around the neighborhood being like, whoa, Scott Rogers, hey, what's up?
Yeah. For those listeners, I lived in a house in Hollywood for years.
What was it called again?
It's called Camp Hollywood.
Yeah, Camp Hollywood, yes.
And it was a very big party house, and my roommate was Scott Rogers.
Yes.
And we lived there for years. We taught improv classes out of there, and just had a lot of
if
fun.
those walls could talk.
Boy, oh boy.
I went to some of those parties.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Well,
It's wild.
Then you know how cool they were.
Yeah, we were some cool dudes. Well, now cut to about almost 20 years later.
Wow.
And we live across the street from each other. In Glendale. And both have kids and wives, and not too many parties, but we see each other in the morning when we're taking our kids to school and high five. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Matt and I, met doing sketch comedy. I think one of the first sketch shows Matt ever saw that I was in, we showed a very close up of somebody's butthole opening.
Yeah.
And it was always a mystery as to whose butthole it was.
Oh, wow. Whose butthole was it?
That's the little secret.
Not hers.
No, it wasn't mine. You couldn't see it through the hairs. But
Oh, my God.
But I can't believe I just said that. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we met, at doing butthole videos.
Got it.
I mean, Matt was just watching.
I wasn't doing
What was the
many
sketch?
butthole videos.
What
Less of a
was?
sketch than just Was it a sketch?
It was a video sketch.
How did it heighten to that?
And it was something I don't remember, but that was like a thing where it was like a kind of a crazy video scene where like the craziness is happening on the screen, and then it kind of stops for a minute, and you see something on screen that you're like, "Is that a butthole?"
I still have the DVD of like your sketches.
The butthole should be on that.
It is on there. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God.
But that's what we were doing, and now we do a podcast together.
Yeah.
And yeah, our kids play together. And whenever I have like hot parent gossip, even if Matt doesn't know the people, I call him right away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like the hot goss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, gossip is so fun.
Parent gossip, especially.
It's very fun.
So like, well, we also are desperate for anything, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I need something to get me going.
Oh, man.
So-
I've heard it all.
So
How many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids. I have
Okay.
a daughter who lives primarily in New York with her mom. And then I have 2 sons with my wife here in Glendale.
How old?
1.5, 5.5, and just about a little under 10.
Wow, 10?
9 and going on 10 here pretty quick.
Wow.
wow. Oh my God, that's amazing. I know you're like amazing that you're like travel back and forth with her, and she's like the best kid. And
She's the best kid, and you know, it was the travel is pretty intense. You know, when I pick her up, I fly to New York. Usually the night before.
Okay.
You know, the day before, and you know, there's a time difference, and so I'll fly there, get in. A lot of times I'll just stay at the TWA hotel in New York, which is
Okay.
a great hotel, right off of the JetBlue terminal.
oh, beautiful.
At JFK. I'll go pick my daughter up the next morning, come back to the airport, fly back. And then bring her home, I'll fly out with her, walk her outside to her mom who picks her up, and then I'll walk back inside, like,
back
literally
through
turn around,
security.
go back through security, and come fly back.
Oh my God, that's. I mean,
That's 12 hours on a plane in a day.
Oh, easily.
Wow.
Easily.
what are you watching on those?
You know, whatever's, you know, I'll watch a movie.
Yeah.
You know, you know, the problem is that I usually burn out on the movies on the first back and forth,
that's
and
the
they
pro-
don't
yes.
switch them up, you know, that often.
They
They
need
switch
to
them like
switch
every
them up.
month, and so a lot of times on the way back, I've already watched the movies that I'm going to watch, so I'll usually watch something on my iPad or something like that.
You ever raw dogged it like the new thing where you just sit
Why
there and
is
stare
that
ahead?
the new thing?
I don't know why they're calling it raw dogging, but it's a very unfortunate name for that.
It's like Mile High Club.
Yeah, I'm doing the Mile High Club.
There's no place I'm less horny than on an airplane. Like I'm the opposite of horny, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, it's not a very horny environment.
No, I think it's like you
and
have
with
to
the
be-
idea of like, oh, we could go to the bathroom. Like, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me?
Really? Let's go.
like I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm worthless on a plane. My brain shuts down and I just fall asleep.
I'm
and
the
then
same way,
No
yeah.
help to my wife and the kids, and then I'm trying to like be like, huh, you want to play? Like be helpful,
good.
and I'm just like,
I just love everything. I get really elated because I think the oxygen. So I get like really excited and happy. I'll text like an old friend.
Oh, really?
From the airplane. One time, like I will watch movies that I would not normally watch,
I'm the
and
same
I'll
way.
enjoy them. Like a movie that's definitely, and it's a good movie. Not that I wouldn't enjoy it normally because I think it's bad, but it's not really my type of movie. But The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Oh, that's a great plane movie.
That came on one time I was on the plane, and by the end I'm bawling
great.
because I loved the movie so much.
Yeah, like I'm not a big rom-com person, but
Yeah.
that's like for plane. Like I watched
They're
that
great.
one with like Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney, and like
Okay.
I was like loving every second of it. Like Joe was like, "What are you watching?" Because like they keep going back to that song that's like something is waiting in the distance. Like that's like a theme throughout the movie,
Okay.
and I was like, "This is my jam.
love
This is my."
Glen
Something is
Powell.
waiting in the distance for me.
I was telling Holly how I found Glen Powell's flaw.
What is it? I forgot.
Remember, he has a small mouth.
Oh, he's got a little mouth. Huh?
This is mad. He's reaching. That's reaching, right?
He might have a little mouth. You know, I don't know.
And what's so bad about that?
It just doesn't fit his face.
Yeah.
He's very handsome.
I know that.
Well, sort of. I mean, aside from the tiny mouth.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Good luck finding those lips to kiss. So small.
You cracked it, Matt. Good for you. You did it. You found out what America's hottest man's flaw is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we can stop now if we've already.
I think we did it, guys. Thanks so much. This is the season premiere of
Yeah.
Screentimers.
And you guys know what's wrong
And
with
if-
Glen Powell's mouth.
And if you have a tiny mouth out there, I'm sure it's not that tiny.
Oh yeah, no offense to anybody
Yeah,
out there
thanks,
with a
Matt.
really
We just
tiny
lost
mouth.
about half our listeners.
And you're not as handsome as Glen Powell.
Oh, man, you're screwed.
Good luck out there.
Well, we're here to talk about something very important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a YouTube channel,
Yes.
and if you haven't seen it, I feel bad for you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what have you been doing?
You gotta
with your
watch
life?
this.
So this is the YouTube channel of Jim Zim.
AKA
Jim Zim, baby.
Jimmy Zimmy.
Jimmy Zim, wild man, trains, cruises,
He loves
gardening.
His wife.
He is
His
the
wife.
ultimate boomer.
I mean, he is definitely a boomer, but like a nice one,
Yeah.
Like
He has a very he has these channels, and the one that we're mostly here to talk about is the model train
Yes.
channel.
Yeah, I'm assuming your kids aren't watching the Cruise Diaries.
No, we don't get to. I've watched a few of the Cruise
Yeah,
Diaries
me
because I
too.
was just like, I got to figure out what's going on here. But yeah, mostly my son Adrian loves the trains.
So to give you like context for our listeners, Jim Zim was a man, just a regular man.
He's
So
a real
normal-
Renaissance man. You want to know a little background about him?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. He was a one-time radio announcer and radio station program director, a salesman of audio-video products, a salesman of Honda automobiles, and later he worked at the Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant.
Whoa!
And he bred Cocker Spaniels.
Yeah, loves a Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah.
He has a wife of over 40 years. He's an amateur photographer and a licensed drone operator.
Great. You
Oh,
got to
yeah.
get that license.
Yeah, and he utilizes
Oh yeah,
that
he
license.
does. He does. The best investment he's ever
yeah.
made. So okay, so Jim Zim, just some man. He's just some man, and he goes on a cruise because that's what he loves to do. And he takes a video of like the water slide on the cruise ship.
Yes.
That like you kind of stand in a tube and the bottom falls out and you fall down.
Yeah.
Into
So-
the ocean.
Is it really?
Just
No.
dump you. Yeah, they just
Yeah,
dump you right
right,
off.
yeah, right beside where like the toilet chute is. Okay, so he posts this video. It's not of him. It's of complete strangers just being dropped from a water slide. Some would say pretty regular, pretty boring video.
Yeah.
And that video catapults him to YouTube fame
93
up.
million views.
on this one video. And he'll remind you of that whenever possible.
Oh yeah, he's very vocal about his viewership.
So somehow this water slide shooting video transforms, like he creates a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
And one of his big passions is, of course, trains,
loves them.
model trains. So I guess then he starts posting model train videos,
Oh, yeah.
and they also catapult him.
They blow up, dude.
And like, to give you context of these videos, it's just trains.
Yeah, I mean, he gets a little bit more creative the more he goes, like everybody else when they're in that space.
Got to get those views,
But
baby.
like some of the first ones are just straight up, like not even him talking. It'll just say like on the thing, it'll be like the Santa Fe Super Chief is gonna go for a ride, and then it's just a train driving around a house, and it's throughout an entire home.
Oh, yeah.
He sets up a model train run throughout an entire home. And puts GoPros on the trains, gets multiple angles
Oh,
of
yeah,
them going
yeah.
around bends. Yeah.
you
And
see
on the
his
TV, there's trains on the TV, too, when you pass
in the
by the
background.
TV.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
background.
like my first thought when I watch it is I'm like, where's this dude's wife? Like, what's happening? Like, what's happening? She's letting him set this up in the whole
He's
house.
taking over the
Yeah.
whole house.
Yeah, but
I think she goes out for the day or something, like she like has a
Or
day
she's
out.
gone completely.
no, that's when I found out. Then he does have a whole section of like about me is I love my wife. So I was like, okay.
Thou doth protest too much.
No, they have a lot of similar things in common. She
Oh, yeah.
also loves Cocker Spaniels, and she also loves cruises.
She's an ultrasound tech.
Oh, great. So,
He has his own website. You got to check it out.
Yeah.
It's like a GeoCities website, basically.
So, I mean, the videos are obviously, like, the beginning videos, very comforting. Like, I feel like your kids must watch them and just, like, zone out.
He just zones out to it. He'll just watch them on and on and on. And we had to make a playlist, because how YouTube is, it'll just like launch you off in like some insane
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
if you just let them play. So we had to make a playlist specific to Jim Zim and his train videos. He'll just sit and watch them all, and some of them he really he'll watch multiple times over. Obviously, which I don't know how Jim pulled this off, but he does straight up Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
Like stories. Like he'll be like, "All right, today Thomas is going to go in, and there'll be a big crash, and all the trains are there, and it doesn't seem like he's getting copyright strike by the Thomas people." And
Yeah, he's using the trains because I saw one where he's racing the Thomas trains.
oh yeah.
He's doing a lot of racing, and he does remind you at the very beginning of this video, if you're going to be on the inner track, you got the advantage.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah,
So he
Jim
knows
Zim,
which
we
one's
know
gonna
that.
win.
We know that. If you're on the inside track, we know that, Jim.
Yeah.
But
It's weird that he's an older man and he has like a Thomas the Train because that wasn't around when he was a kid.
No, but look, I think he's a smart guy.
Yeah, he
all
knows
right?
where he's
so
getting
he
those
started.
clips.
He
Wow,
started doing these train videos, and he saw that all the kids were watching the train videos. So he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna get the Thomas
Smart.
trains, and that'll be and I bet he made a gamble too, because that stuff not cheap. The stuff that he's been like because I've looked into it because
Me
Adrian
too.
loves them so much. The type of tracks that he uses. Some of the trains that he has are very expensive trains.
He said he spent over like $8,000 on tracks.
Oh my gosh!
And like some of these trains, like I was looking them up yesterday, like just like the engine is like $500.
Oh yeah, and then on top of it, he's got all his video
yeah,
equipment,
and drones.
and he's got drones. Well, that especially at the new place. The new place when he
yeah,
moved,
he moved to
because he moves to Washington.
Okay.
And that's a big plot point in his story because he starts out. He's in like a beautiful Craftsman. So it's clear that he's in Southern California somewhere. He's going out. It looks like any house that you'd go to visit for a barbecue or something. The train's going outside. It's weaving through these like beautiful little gardens. And then all of a sudden things change. And he's not there anymore. He's at like this, sort of one of those sort of like development kind of cookie cutter.
Yes.
yeah, there's no palm
homes.
trees in the newer
There's
one.
no palm trees. He pulls out once, and he kind of doxes himself. I found a little bit, but he pulls out once with his drone, and you see his house, and it's like in this area where they've built, 10 other houses that all, look exactly the same, and they're like in a square, and then it's like it's almost like an old sci-fi movie, and then you like see there's like another square over there and another square over there of just these homes somewhere out in Washington. He seems happy though, and they just did some renovations on the house.
Oh my
They did.
God.
I watched one of the renovation videos. My favorite.
The
one.
way they made a sunroom. I
They
believe.
made a sunroom, which is one of the worst things you could ever add to a house. I think because it just gets so hot. It's like an indoor pool,
Yeah.
which is like I think that's like a nightmare.
But not when you're in Washington.
No, but-
Maybe if you're here.
But it was so funny
Yeah.
because there was one part where because he was teasing the whole video because it's 15 minutes, and he was like, there was a big problem, and but we figured out the solution, and it was just obviously it's too hot, and then you get an air conditioner.
Yeah.
You get a $10,000 splitter.
I'm so confused why Jim Zim is sharing all of this information with us. Is this what
He's
the
an
kids...
influencer.
Yeah.
He's he is like, I gotta say, look, because he is a boomer, but he has done what all of us are trying to do as
No,
well.
no,
Like,
that's
try to
true.
figure out how to make it in a new media world. He's completely crushed it, and
He doesn't need Hollywood.
he doesn't need Hollywood. And it's like, and he'll like. Sure, most of his bread is probably buttered from like little kids just watching this stuff.
But
he's
I would argue
still-
it's better than a lot of the other stuff that people are making on YouTube for children.
It totally is. It's, especially for screen time stuff, like there's not a ton of cuts. It's super slow, beginning, middle, and end. You get to see all the work that he puts into things. He's a calming voice.
Well, I realized one thing we didn't talk about was what is your philosophy on screen time?
What's that?
Like, what is your philosophy? What do you feel like? What is your vibe? Because actually, that's why Jim Zim is good.
Yeah. I mean, my philosophy on screen time is a little rooted in what my wife's philosophy on screen time is.
Hey, that's just like Jim Zim.
Because here, it'd be very hypocritical of me to come down hard on screen time because I grew up watching TV constantly.
Yeah.
I grew up a single parent home. I would go to school. I'd walk home. I would turn on the TV and I would not turn it off. I would just sit there. I'd watch TV all day, all night. And then get up in the next morning and watch TV all day Saturday. I loved watching TV, playing video games.
I think all of us had similar. There wasn't. There was no such thing as like screen time.
Yeah. So but though there is a difference, obviously, with the iPads and everything like that, and the interaction and just that you could just do it anywhere. So we're pretty good with it. With my daughter, like I said, she lives primarily with her mom, and so her mom kind of sort of worked out how the screen time worked with her most of the time. But for me, we would use it on the airplane.
Oh, that's when you have
airplane.
To. Oh, no rules on the airplane.
Is definitely great time for screen time. But once she's here, she kind of we just don't do a ton of screen time. So my son has about 45 minutes of time to watch a show. And it's usually after his piano or some other thing he's done in the middle of the day and before dinner. But that was only started after he turned, I want to say, it's like he was like 3. And our other son has like no screen time.
Well, that's what I was
one and a
gonna
half
say.
year old, like never.
He's never seen a Jim Zim.
I mean, he'll walk into the room. Like sometimes if we don't close the door to the room where our one son is watching, he'll like pop in. He gets super excited. He already knows how to turn on the TV.
Yeah.
Like, he's figured it all out. He definitely grabs our phones and like taps on them and wants to watch stuff. But so he wants to do it. He just has never had the.
Well, that's the hard part with like having the younger one is that like then you kind of have to worry about like their screen time with the older one.
Yeah.
But I think like we try to limit. I even like had a conversation with Sal the other day where I said, I think we're going to phase out YouTube because I let her watch YouTube Kids on the weekends.
Yeah. And
she was like, okay. And I feel like, if you have like good boundaries around it, like she was excited because I was like, we could do something like Netflix instead. And like, this is for another episode, but like we're in the K-pop Demon Hunters world.
Okay.
Matt and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Like
my daughter
It's all
loves it.
encompassing.
Yeah.
My daughter absolutely.
Oh,
loves
I mean, I'm listening to the music on my own. So
I thought the music was great.
Me too.
I'm like,
Golden is a jam.
so like, I think it's like we are obviously do this podcast where we talk about screen time and we let our kids watch, but like, our kids were having trouble falling asleep and both Matt and I around the same time were like, we're going to cut out screen time an hour before bedtime. And that did help.
No screen time. She doesn't have screen time before school or until she like comes home. Now she like I let her watch for like 30 minutes, then we do homework, and then we just do or we have an activity like an art class or something.
That
like
hour before bedtime.
I think since starting this podcast, I've actually cut down on her screen time.
Yeah, we started this podcast being like, fucking no rules, baby. This is like a fucking rebel podcast. And now we're like, well, an hour before bedtime. Yeah, because like our kids weren't sleeping. So it's like, I want my child to sleep because I want to sleep.
Yeah.
So I'll do anything for sleep. So I think, there's no right or wrong answer. Like I was like recently saw this thing on TikTok. So take with, whatever that means, where they were kind of like, they were like, what can you do to like improve your child's life or like intelligence or like, like how, their ability to feel. And, they were basically like, if you're providing your child like a safe home where there's food, you are already doing like anything else you're doing on top of that is like making minimal difference.
Yeah.
So like that made me feel better because I'm like, okay, like, like, because, you feel like sometimes you're like, should we be doing more art class? She's not playing soccer. It's like all those pressures. It's like, ultimately, if she feels safe in her home and is eating food and sleeping well and feels safe, then like that's pretty much all you have to do.
Yeah.
So a little bit of screen time.
A little bit of screen time is fine, and as far as like that brain development stuff, again, I don't know. Like I said, I watch so much TV.
Yeah. And look at your brain. It's
and my
good.
brain is great. But I did just, I'm getting older, and so I had to go see an eye doctor for the first time. I'd never been to the eye doctor.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
I go all the time.
And just for the record, still got 20/20 vision.
Wow.
It's great. But you get older, and there's these little lenses things that get stiffer, so that's why it's harder to see at night, things like that. So I'm talking to the guy, and one of the things that, because your lenses get older, it's like looking from far away to short. Distance can be your eyes just have trouble adjusting back and forth. That's why reading something up close could be blurry after you've been driving for a while or something. And so, anyway, talking to the guy about that, and he goes, "Yeah, that's actually the biggest problem with screen time is it's messing up kids' eyes. So you're going to have all these kids who are going to be nearsighted." And they're all going to start needing glasses because of the screen time.
And he's rubbing his hands together.
Yeah, he's
so
like,
licking his chops. He was drooling a little bit while he's telling me this.
Well, he's sick.
Yeah, dude.
I will say my kid does need glasses. We just found out last week.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm blind. And
yeah,
my
I think both you guys wear glasses, though. Yeah, I think it's more like probably if their parents had not worn glasses, you'll probably see people who did not have.
But also, how many times were you told don't sit too close to the television, blah, 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 and now look, your eyes are great.
And I'm totally fine. I put my face right next to the microwave.
Were you just like sitting in front of the TV as a kid, or were you...
I was never like a big face right
kids,
on the TV,
yeah.
But I would just sit and watch it and play video games and and I remember when I moved out, when I got my own place, like, oh gosh, I'd have if we had more than one TV, the TVs would all be on in every room. That's probably the biggest thing with kids that's changed is that there was always a TV on. Like if I would come home when I had my own place or I had roommates, the TV goes on. And I'm putting on like Judge Judy or just something that's just playing in the background.
Yeah, I think, like I came home, I was a latchkey kid, so I would come home and put it right on. I would feel less alone.
Yeah.
So I think I love Joe's family, but like Joe's dad needs something to be on all the time. So usually that is news. And I'm always like the first couple of days I'm like, we can't have that on. We just can't have it on. So it's like the last time we rented a house at the Jersey Shore, he found on whatever box we had. It was like Letterman pet tricks on loop.
Stupid pet tricks.
And I was like, yep, this is much better than the news. This
works.
is better. But yes, I totally,
Yeah, and because the content matters. Like Jim Zim, chill stuff.
Yes.
And the same thing with like YouTube Kids. My issue with some of that stuff is just how short form everything is. So the other thing that we do, other than Jim Zim, is he'll watch a movie.
We
so
yes.
like
we want narrative. We want
like what are the My Neighbor Totoro.
Yes.
He loves those Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh,
yes.
That's a classic.
Like we'll do like these like classic movies, that are really like long and don't have like a ton of cuts and they're kind of chill. But I feel like that helps too. I'll notice his energy is different after watching a movie than if he was to watch like Phineas and Ferb or something like that.
Yeah, it's way more and also like the short videos now, they're like watching like a 5 or 10 second video and just going through them all is like worse for your brain than drinking or something like that.
Oh, it's horrible.
My kid's not drinking. Is your kid drinking?
Well, this is drink timers.
This is drink timers, shot timers.
My kid's not drinking, so I don't get the comparison. No, it's also like, listen, Jim Zim, I don't know how to feel about him.
You know what I like about these videos?
What?
Is when you're riding in that train, it's like you've traveled back in time to a house in 1999.
It's true. It's true.
You just see like computer paper and some envelopes because you're down on the ground, so you see like all the storage.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a certificate for free AOL?
CD.
Like we did a YouTube channel where it was like, okay, it's called Win Cars Live, and it's a thing. Jackie Johnson brought it to us, and it was like a thing where like it's a man. We assume
a grown man.
We don't know. You don't see anything, and it's like he is pushing Cars characters, like little cars from the movie Cars,
like the Hot Wheels.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
into like a pool or into sand. That's all it is, and he's just going. Wait, you do the voice. You're better at it. Remember, it was like always like Mater. It was like, oh, Mater, and it was like
So he's not even doing like characters' voices. He's just doing like his own voice.
it was
Yes.
hard. Yeah, and it was just like you don't know. You never see his face. Like
He never replied to my email either.
we really tried to figure out who
wow.
this dude was. Whereas like Jim Zim, it's all out in the open. You click on that first video, he's like, "Hey everybody, I'm Jim."
What's up? I'm Jim Zim.
Yeah, and you're like, "Okay, Jim, like I see your face. I'm not afraid of what you're trying to do in these videos."
Yeah. He's
But-
putting some skin in the game, Jim Zim.
Yeah.
He's putting himself on the line.
Let me ask you this. Out of all the trains you've seen, do you have a favorite?
Santa Fe Super Chief.
Yes.
Wow.
Santa Fe Super Chief is 100% my favorite train. It's a train that I, to this day, wish that I could ride. The old school Santa Fe Super Chief from Chicago to L.A. that'd be like a dream come true. if I
Was
could do
that? That's cool. Was that like the Route 66 kind of
Sort
way?
of,
Probably?
yeah.
Like,
It was, the real streamlined looking train, with Art Deco all throughout and the observation car. And,
yeah, the observation car blew my mind.
Yeah.
I want to ride in that.
No.
Like we went.
That's what I wrote down. That's my favorite one I've seen.
We did this thing twice this summer where I took Sal on the train to Santa Barbara.
Ooh, fun.
It is, but
On an Amtrak or on the...
on the Amtrak,
Okay.
yeah, and it drops you like right off in the middle of Santa Barbara, and like I was like all summer. We did it in June, and it was like kind of before school ended, or right when school ended, so it was like kind of quiet. And we went during the week, and I took my mom and Sal there. And I've like spent the whole summer telling everybody, I'm like, you gotta take the train. And then we did it on Labor Day with Joe, and it was like a living nightmare. And like I will say, trains, kids love them. I'm not sure why.
No.
Like Sally wants to. Okay, so she has her best friend for a long time. She was like, "That's my husband. That's my husband. That's my husband."
Okay.
And we're like, okay. I don't want to sure. I was like, or your friend or whatever you want. And then she came home one day and she was like, "We're not going to get married, Julian and I."
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay, that's okay. She's like, she's like, we've decided instead that we want to drive trains when we grow up. And we're going to be best friends who drive trains on like the opposite tracks so that we can wave to each other.
Oh, okay.
So like trains are a big part of her fantasy life and
Yeah.
her future. So yeah, she's like, really, that's what she wants to do right now. And she, you know what I mean? Like she wants to
That's what
drive.
Adrian wants to do.
I know. And I don't know how to tell them.
That trains will be robots?
Yeah, exactly. But like she is like always like, and then when we go to
You're
train,
not going to have a job. There's going to be no
There's
job.
going to be no job for you. I'm sorry.
she's always when she goes to train school, and I'm always like, yeah, of course,
Mm-hmm.
when you go to train school, she wants to teach keyboard on the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
She's got a side hustle,
exactly, and you got it. You have to have a side hustle.
especially if you're a train operator,
Oh,
a
in the new
conductor.
economy, you're going to have to...
But like, what is it? Like, I would love to know what is it that like when you're in Santa Barbara, for example, and you take the Surfliner drives through town like 7 times a day.
Yeah.
And every time Sally's like, here it comes. Like she's so excited about it. We're like, yeah, dude.
I think it's just so big and so like mechanical. It almost seems alive. Like, is this an animal? What is this? Like, to see something that big and like, moving around, I think they just get impressed with it.
It's
Yeah.
like Joni now really likes monster trucks.
Oh yeah.
Like
really?
loves them.
Really?
Yeah, like we watch monster trucks on YouTube, like watch them crush cars and see like Truckosaurus
Oh,
and stuff
cool.
like that. Like she's into that and bull riding.
She watched Blaze at all? I believe Blaze is a cartoon that is about a monster truck.
No, not yet.
Well, yeah, I guess, there's Thomas, of course.
Yeah.
But like there is no Cars equivalent of trains because they tried to do in the same universe. That was planes.
Planes for cars. The
Trains
cars
are so
universe.
limited because they're on that track.
Yeah.
There is like another show. What is it called? There was another show that like is more diesel engines, and it's very similar to Thomas the Tank Engine. I think it's an American version of it, but I forget what it's called. But we have one of the toys of it, but it's like a complete Thomas ripoff.
Yeah, Thomas really like brought something that like kids love.
He's got something going on there, and what's weird about it is I think they're like all kind of old Bible stories, sort of repackaged.
Oh God, with
The guy-
trains.
the guy who created Thomas the Tank Engine was a reverend, And
So
so
like, wasn't George Carlin like the conductor? Like they
Yeah.
would cut to him, or was that Thomas the Train?
George, that was, and
was it
Ringo.
George Carlin?
Well, I know Ringo was.
Ringo was.
But I think George.
Oh.
George Carlin might have done the voiceover. Might have been the narrator, I think.
But I guess that explains the Thomas crucifixion.
Yes,
Yeah.
when
When
they
they
nailed
nailed him,
Thomas
yeah.
to a cross.
Yeah. They put one train this way and one train
Well, and
that
Thomas
way.
isn't even the main guy in the original like stories. Like Thomas is just kind of like this other dude.
Oh, but people
and there's
go-
like all these other trains that are kind of more highlighted.
Wow.
But Thomas just kind of bubbled up. And
That's
sort
the
of,
thing.
Like,
If
took
you have the
spotlight and
star
just
power.
changed to the IP. Yeah,
I remember Percy
Percy,
and Thomas, but like we were watching that when we were children.
Oh yeah,
So it's like Thomas has like some staying power.
and a ridiculous amount of staying power.
So Jim Zim be cashing in on that.
Oh, 100%. He's making loot off of it.
Yeah, I wonder
And
how much
making,
he's
and he's making
making.
fan fiction.
Oh,
off of
I mean, when you like a lot of the pictures, when you look up Jim Zim, he's wearing like a YouTube branded shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, he's probably like, I got the shirt for free.
Oh, 100%.
You get
They gotta be sending him free trains.
I'm making money wearing this shirt.
like, is this what we need to do?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought about
You
it.
thought about
You
it.
know, I've been like, okay, well, what's
Have you gone
another
to that
toy?
Pasadena train store? The model. There's
I
a
haven't.
model
I haven't.
train
I haven't
store.
gone there. I did go online. I don't think I can do trains because he's already got trains on lock.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, you
it's
don't. You
very
want to?
expensive.
Are you looking for a hobby for yourself?
Well, no, this would be like to create content. Like,
Okay.
I have thought,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I have been like, okay, what's something I could create that would be like a kid thing that it would just be like some toys that I buy that I just videotape doing stuff and then just put on a 15-minute video.
Yeah, it's not a
that
bad
I know
idea.
a kid would watch. But I haven't been able to think of one. We got a bunch of Cars stuff. I do have like the Brio trains.
Okay, yeah.
But there's already people out there who are doing Brio train content.
Mm-hmm.
But if my husband was like, I want to make our house like train house, I'm gonna say no.
You got to say no.
You got to say no. Like, where does the wife walk? Is what I want to know.
I mean, I honestly think that they probably have it worked out where it's just like she goes out with the girls for the day.
I mean, I don't hate that.
You know, he like sets it all up. He does everything, and he gets it all torn down by the time she gets home.
Okay.
And and then you know pops on another 1 million view video. You know, like, I mean, geez, he was able to buy her this great house up in Washington. I mean, the guy is.
Well, and he's not like what is to me what seems cool is that like he's not going like what's the plot line of this video? Like he has some with those, but in general, it just be train.
It's just
It
races.
just be trained.
yeah, like
it just be trained.
That's the thing, just doing train what train does.
Yeah, every once in a while he'll set up like a crash.
Oh yeah.
You know, which is very fun. But for the most part, yeah, he's just like, here's the trains,
I
guys.
enjoyed
check it
the
out.
videos. I got sucked in. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
it's yeah. And you like get hypnotized by it.
It
It's
is
so
hypnotizing.
calming.
It is. Like he could start saying stuff
Like when you're riding
Oh,
on
he
the
could.
train.
It could go bad.
Yeah.
for sure.
Jim Zim wields so much power.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean-
think he understands. He's shaping the youth of tomorrow. He could easily just whisper something while those trains are driving
Maybe
around.
he is.
You like my video?
Yeah, no, he's like, do you want a Cocker Spaniel?
Spaniel.
I breed them.
America first. What is he saying?
I think my one thing that these videos.
He has a small mouth.
No, he has
Oh
a
wow, your shots fired, man.
Jim
Yeah.
Zim, you got a normal sized mouth. What I like most about the model train universe or world or hobby is the little towns and the little people. Like I think the little buildings are the fun thing, and
Oh,
I
not
would like
Jim
to build
Zim's-
like a little fake town, and then I guess you have to get like a train so you don't look like a weirdo.
Well,
Yeah, Jim doesn't really do that.
no, you
No,
just
it's
see
all
his
just-
his
it's just
recliners.
his weird lazy boy
'cause also-
couch and
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that is his universe. Is a couple of recliners, a couple of TV tables.
Yeah. Well, you know, here's the thing: is that he also gets sort of like, I forget what size it is that he calls it, but he doesn't get like the tiny model trains. He gets sort of like
Yeah,
these
they're
bigger
bigger.
ones.
Yeah.
there's
So
a G scale, which
The
is
G scale, yeah. And so if he was going to build like a town at G scale. Like his wife's not coming home for like 2 weeks if he's building that.
If at all.
if ever. If he builds these like towns to scale of those trains.
Well, like that's the thing. So far, we've seen Jim Zim, like his life has only gotten better.
Oh yeah.
It's like, are we sticking around for when Jim Zim starts
Like
his
the fall?
Yeah, the fall of Jim Zim.
No,
You got to quit your job at the nuclear power plant and get into trains.
Well, that's the thing. We're seeing
that
like,
makes me think he's like a CIA plant or something. Like that is like some weird. That's a weird thing to be
Weird
in
transition.
his. Yeah, it's like he worked at a car dealership. He's did some radio.
He's really jumped
A
around.
nuclear power plant.
What's he running from?
Yeah.
wow, trains.
Maybe he likes trains because there is escape route.
Like that's the thing. I'm here for it when it's positivity, and we're seeing Jim Zim get these bigger houses, and
Yeah.
his life is going well.
And being able to afford sunrooms.
Yeah. It would be fun. I mean, that always would be fun to like see like the next video, and it's just a 1-bedroom apartment, and
yeah.
you know,
Wait, what's
it's
his
not
wife-
going good.
What's
He's
his wife's name again?
Kellen.
Yeah, Kellen. You're
They've
not
been
here.
married for over 40 years.
yeah.
Well, there was one thing that concerned me when I did watch the cruise, because his other videos are the cruise ship
Yeah,
videos
his
where he
cruise.
just talks about how much he loves cruises. Where he was like, we brought my kids on the first one and they didn't like it too much, so we're not bringing them on any other one. They've been on 45 cruises. Like,
You see,
who's with
Jim
the children?
Zim holds a grudge. Jim Zim is like,
Who's with the
oh, you
children?
didn't like it? You're never coming again. I'm never inviting you. You will never come on another cruise with us.
Yes, but like, who's watching these children?
Well, they're adult
must be
children. They're all
grown.
adult. He's a grown man.
Well,
he's
but
very grown.
when you watch his first cruise video, he's quite young. They were young, and they've been on 45 cruises. He has brown hair in the first cruise
He
video.
must be making bank if he's going on all these cruises. He's buying drones.
Well, I also think the cruise content, because we didn't go too deep into that, because that's not what the kids are there for.
Yeah.
But the cruise content must also be getting him.
It does all right because I also am a fan of CruiseTube.
Okay, wow.
And I have gone and I'm just on my own. My kids don't watch it, but like Emma Cruises, The Ship
Wow.
Life.
oh
These
my
are
God! Wow, Colton,
these are
you're-
YouTube channels that I watch regularly.
Was this before Jim Zim?
This was around the time when basically I got more into YouTube when my kids started watching YouTube, and I was like, all right, well, let's see what's on this like crazy thing, and then I started getting into different various YouTube stuff. But CruiseTube is a big deal for me. I've never been on a cruise.
Are you going to go?
Yeah. Do you want to go?
I would love to go, but I know that Jessica would absolutely hate the cruise.
But it's supposed to be good. Okay, so like
What do you want to do on a cruise ship? What makes you excited about cruising?
I just like adventures shit,
Yeah.
So like to me it would just be fun, and I also like shitty food, so I'd love to like eat their like
yeah, it's like
like
24/7.
shitty
They always have like a midnight
Buffet.
dessert buffet.
I know, like that-
you know,
Right.
and just like hanging out, going down that crazy water slide that drops you.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go on a cruise. As a child, there were two things I really wanted to do, and one of them you already know. I really wanted to go on a cruise, and I also wanted to go to Auschwitz. So those were the two things. And let me tell you, just to give you some indication into my family, didn't go on either.
Neither one.
Yeah, my parents said no to
Two
both.
strikes.
You've taken a Germany cruise to Auschwitz.
Yeah, you can do one of those Viking cruises
know.
through
You can
like
still
the
do that. You're an
German
adult
rivers.
now. You can do whatever you want.
But now I realize cruises. I've heard that they're good with kids, like that, like
Yeah.
with kids. Like if you do a Disney cruise,
I
like,
heard those are nightmares. That's just like so. My buddy
that-
just got back from one. He's like, now I need a vacation.
Well, but that's any vacation with children.
There are no vacations with children. It's just
No,
trips.
no. But like the thing is that like you can drop them off on a cruise and like
Yeah, they have a
can-
place where you like leave your kids.
Yeah,
on
like
a
the
cruise.
casino.
Yeah, no, and they have a lot of like. Here's the like water play zone. The bar is right next door. Like I have a friend who like
Everyone's drunk on pina coladas.
exactly
the whole time.
does sponsored
yeah.
content for a lot of stuff like that. So she has twins and then another kid, and so a lot of her content is like her being like, I got this drink right next door to where the kids are playing, and it's like so she does make them look fun.
Yeah.
They do look kind of fun.
I've been on two.
You have?
Yeah.
See, Matt's like,
Wow.
if
What
he's
kind of cruises?
I went on when I was like 14 or 15. I went on the Texaribian cruise, which took out from Galveston, and it went to like Cancun, Cozumel, and Honduras.
Wow.
yeah, like Matt had a ideal childhood.
And then I went on an Alaskan cruise.
I hear those are great.
Wait, so you like cruises or not?
I don't want to go on one. My parents go on a bunch right now. They always go on these like down the Rhine or whatever. You'd love it.
Like a river cruise?
Yeah, like river cruises in Europe and stuff
Yeah.
like that. They
Yeah, my
love
mom wants to
those.
do one of
Like
those,
it's like organized fun, and they schedule everything for you, and you know.
I love that stuff.
Okay, then you should go.
Well-
Yeah, for some reason there's part of me that like loves it, but I also understand why it's lame.
Here's the downside. So I once went to Cayman Islands with my ex-husband and my cousin, and I would call it one of the worst trips of my life.
Okay.
Was this right before he became an ex-husband?
Yes. Yeah. And like it was bad. It was such a bad trip. But Cayman is beautiful. It's like so beautiful, but a lot of people there are cruise people. Like there's a lot of people there on cruises. So we did one excursion one day where we like swam with stingrays.
Okay.
And we like met at the docks, and it was like a bunch of people from a cruise, and like they took us out. And I, of course, like had a mental breakdown. I did not want to swim with them. I got super scared when we got there.
Okay.
And then my ex-husband got a bleeding nose when he got in the water. So I was like, the sharks are coming. And like the man was like, there are no sharks.
Wait, did he just get a nosebleed just from being in the water?
Yes. Yeah.
How?
This is what he was doing for fun. So this
Cocaine?
is
What is it?
he just had a very sensitive nose.
Gotcha.
Got in the water, the blood started. I'm screaming sharks, and they're like, ma'am, there are no sharks here. Shut the hell up. And was like, they're babies doing this. Get in. So I did get in, and it was fun to swim with them. But when we were heading back, all the cruise ship people were like obsessively looking at their watches and being like, I hope we make it back on the ship.
Yeah.
And like we were staying in Cayman. So we were all like, oh, wow, I can't wait to go back and take a nap. And like our conversation was all like, yeah, nap time, baby. And they were like, extreme anxiety. Are we going to miss our
That's
like
a
our
big
boat?
deal with
so
those.
that's the part I don't like.
It's a big deal. You can see a lot of videos online of people running up on the dock while their boat is going
On
away.
Cruise Talk?
Yeah. I mean, on Cruise Tube.
Cruise Tube. I bet
Yeah,
you there's
man.
Cruise Talk too, right?
Huh?
On TikTok, there's probably
There's
a bunch.
got to be Cruise Talk
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Like people did that like there was the year-long
A
round the world.
year-long cruise, and people were like going in and trying to make content and getting together. There was a ton of drama. Oh, yeah.
I have seen on TikTok, this is to tell you about my algorithm, I'm getting the spicy cruises.
Oh, what are those?
So
like?
those are like swinger cruises.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
it's like people are like a day in the life of me and our spicy cruise.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that making a cruise better or worse?
I don't know, man. It's like having sex on an airplane. You're just on a big toilet.
Yeah, I know. Then with the stranger too, it's like a stranger on a toilet.
But I will say there have been nights on a cruise ship I've been on twice where it's like the raw water's pretty rough, and it is like stay in your cabins, and they tell you to stay in your cabins, and it can get kind of rocky, and you're just kind of like
no.
Man, I've watched too much Titanic to
Yeah.
want to be any part of that.
No. I don't want to be. That's the thing. The feeling of trapped is what ultimately makes me not want to do it.
Yeah. There's also an element of like pretend fancy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, to like cruises, it's almost like they have it in Vegas too, you know? And
Yes.
that's what I love about some of the cruise tubers is like, they'll be like, wow, look at this amazing buffet. And it's, you know, pizza squares and like chicken nuggets, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, hoity toity. Like one lady, my favorite, shout out to Emma Cruises. She's one of the best. She's like the goat. She's the goat of cruise tube. But she loves Diet Coke.
Okay.
Okay. And so she doesn't really drink too much on the cruises, so she doesn't get like big drink packages. But she definitely wants to make sure that she has Diet Coke, and she loves it from a can.
Wow.
I know, isn't that crazy? I was like, that's the most insane I've ever thought. And like, so she'll see like, oh, they have cans of Diet Coke.
oh my god.
I don't think it's for. I see. Like I.
And it might even be bottle too. It might even be like specifically the plastic bottle is like her favorite.
Oh,
Diet
That's
Coke.
my least favorite. Is
Yeah, I
like
feel
the
like-
16-ounce like plastic.
And there's been times where it's like all they have is the fountain Diet
that's
Coke, and I'm
most
like, what are you
people's
talking about?
preference.
The fountain is like that's
Yeah.
the best.
Those things go from too carbonated to flat.
No, the fountain is everyone's preference.
I would always drink a fountain soda if it's got the right mix. You know, if the box is right. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I mean, you know, because
that
like,
Call them
bottle.
fridge cigs now. A Diet Coke.
oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fridge.
Like I'm obsessed with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and
Yeah.
it's like the Mormons because they don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
They'll put like full fountain soda things in their houses, and I'm like,
my
I
gosh.
want that. I know. I became like a real
Mormon.
Yeah, I became a real Mormon, and how they got me the soda.
They got-
I
That's
was
why
like,
you're getting all these swinger cruise stuff because you
Yeah.
love Mormons.
Jeez, man, yeah, pick a lane.
I know. It's like I've revealed too much that I'm getting high. Welcome to my spicy cruise. It's like it's funny because the videos are pretty tame. Like they're not showing the real stuff.
They're not. Well, obviously but are they like we're going to be swinging on our trip?
Yeah, they're like this is a spicy cruise.
Okay.
So like
So spicy cruise means you are swinging.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So like they're not showing those like because I guess during the day you're eating the pizza and you're
You're
looking.
going to I'll take some more nuggets, and then you're like,
Exactly.
all right, let's go down to the
Yeah,
fuck
you're
room.
you're
Let's go down to the
gorging
fuck
at dinner,
deck.
Yeah.
a nightmare either way. Like I
So
just
upsetting.
also like if you're on a cruise ship and you have like a weird sexual encounter with somebody, then you're just riding
just
around
stuck with 'em,
Yeah,
dude.
for like 7 days sometimes.
People always get like the runs on cruise
yeah.
ships.
Yeah, Matt's
Yeah, if there's like a food poisoning, like everybody's got it.
Yeah.
Matt's concerned about the mouth size of the passenger.
Sir, you
Smaller the better.
I mean, here's my fear. Are we Jim Zim? Like, are we him now?
I mean, I can only hope.
I am truly going to end up watching more train videos, but ones with little towns and little people.
Yeah, I mean, they're those are nice ones. Those are nice ones.
You
maybe
that's a
maybe
miniature.
that's-
You're into the miniature
I am
world.
into miniatures, I guess.
Yeah.
There is a guy like a Christmas tree lane. Have you ever been for the Christmas tree
Oh
lighting?
yes, love that.
And
Yeah.
there's that guy.
Yep.
He lets you go through his
Yep.
house, and he has that, Matt. And you'd
It's
really
awesome.
like it.
All right,
It
I'm
is.
going. We got to rate Jim
No, let's
Zim
just-
in his life.
But we all know our ratings, right? Okay, so we rate out of from 1 to 4 screens.
Okay.
And you guys got to rate Jim Zim his channel. What do you think? Would you show it to your children?
100%. 4 screens. Jim
Yes.
Zim, safe male adult,
Maybe.
Let's go.
as far as we know.
Yeah, there is one video that was called "Big Model Trains Running Inside My Small House." Oh wait, no, that was the other one. The one I wanted was the neighbor kid runs my model trains for the first time, and he starts the video by saying, "This is Maddox, and this is probably one of the best days of his life so far."
Oh, okay. Well,
Would
hey,
you let your kid hang out with Jim Zim?
Yeah.
supervised, obviously. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
that's true.
I'm giving Jim Zim 4 screens.
Great guy.
Until we find out something terrible about him. He
Yeah.
is, I'm hoping, more success for Jim Zim. I want to see more trains in bigger houses. I want Jim Zim to get his own train house. No one lives there.
Separate house.
Yeah, dude.
Separate house,
A
only for
bachelor
trains.
train pad.
Exactly.
I love it. So it's like an influencer house just for his trains.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping for Jim Zim. And I'm also hoping it
Like
for
one of those
Helen.
mansions
You know what I mean?
in
The wife.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your rating?
My rating is a 3.5.
Oh,
Jeez,
what?
this guy really
Oh,
wants
he's
the
the
little
lack-
town
The
models.
lack of little towns and little guys. Who's even supposed to ride these trains?
No.
I want to see a little
Oh,
conductor.
man.
I want to see a little guy holding,
Well, you're watching the
Being
wrong
like-
videos. It's like you're asking for something that's not the Jim Zim
It's
never
not on the Jim
promised
Zim
you.
menu.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's true. Well, I do say in the future, what's going to be fun is that he's going to start having trains run through his sunroom, he said.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Oh, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge.
Wow, I hope they don't
Or if he
melt.
sets up a train on a cruise.
Oh, dude,
Holy
that's
shit.
what he has to do.
Dude, right?
What if he sets up his train on a spicy cruise?
Oh, no. It's heading
think
into the
there-
tunnel. Oh,
There are
boy.
lots of trains on a
Whose
spicy
tunnel
cruise
is it?
already.
Wow, choo choo. Okay, well, it's been quite a time.
Let's watch a show. Let's watch a show.
It's good to be back,
We're
guys.
back, baby. Season 3. More episodes to come.
And in the meantime, I'm going to start building a miniature train town and lord over the fake people with an iron fist.
And I'm going to keep watching these spicy cruise videos. I swear I'm not searching for.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll see you next week.
See you next week
on
Screentimers.
Let's watch a show. Let's watch a show. Let's watch a show.